ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to video number 29.
We got a call about lewd behavior on the boardwalk. You're the only thing I see around here that could qualify.
How is this? I'm not lewd at all. I don't even know what lube or lewd.
Would you be quiet, Rosie?
Fondling himself.
I'm Bill Zimfer.
Scott Stapp is this summer rock and roll savior.
Listen up, the ratings just came month. We are number one. We just grabbed every key demographic.
Super duper, gang. Super duper. That's nice. Way to go. Neato, gang.
Yes.
Boy, that is good news.
It is the third day of the new year. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Power Trip Morning Show on a Wednesday. Yes, Wednesday. Mark Parrish, Brian Oake, Mark Rosen, and a cast of thousands coming in. Duel of the Decades today, and so much more to get to. So let's go ahead and get this show started. Sean Kent with some comedy on a Wednesday morning. Come on in. I'm glad you're here.
If you're in school right now, okay, like college or high school, and you're in this room, and you're not getting good grades, and you have Google at your disposal, you should probably just quit, because you don't care. You don't care. If you can't get good grades with Google, make room for a Hindu who cares and has a family somewhere in a third world country they have to feed, okay? You're just an arrogant white person. Because Google, dude, you have a box on your computer that will answer any question ever, pretty much, and you can't even pull a B, you know? Like, seriously? You don't even have to type in what you wanted Google to find for Google to find what you wanted Google to find. Have you ever typed in something totally wrong, and then Google's like, oh, did you mean? And you're like, oh my God, yeah. Are you in my house, Google? Why did you know that?
I'm going to perform oral sex. Getting naked? Would you be quiet, Rosie?
I'm dying. What the hell?
Power Trip Morning Show. It's January 3rd, 2024. Aaron Rodgers and Jimmy Kimmel are fighting. Our pets' heads are falling off. There's Chris. There's Sauce. I'm Corey. There's Zach. There's Brett. Parrish will be here in a little bit. Morning, fellas.
Oake will be here.
Oh, yeah. Oake, too.
That one dude that I told you was going to come in today isn't coming in today. He's coming in tomorrow.
The director of the sitcom
producer.
Alf.
And Alf.
Oh, yeah.
And he's bringing Alf.
Fantastic.
The only problem is we had to agree to feed him 12 cats.
Oh.
And I've only got one.
We are old. That's an old reference. Zach and Brett don't get that reference, but that's okay.
Was that show good?
No.
Come on.
No.
Wait, he hated it?
It's great.
Well, I mean, yeah, and again, I loved it because I was 6.
Yeah,
correct.
And I thought it was awesome
And I was
that there was
16,
a puppet.
and I loved it too.
Right.
Speaking of that, I caught about 7 minutes, because I couldn't stop hate watching it, of the new Night Court the other night. Have you guys seen
make
it?
Weird choices.
Well, it wasn't. I didn't choose it. I didn't click it. I would never actively go, oh, Night Court. It was on, and I'm like, oh, God, the new Night Court. Now, that was another show. I was too young to get it, really, when it was on. I mean, I watched it. My parents probably had it on. I've seen the old Night Court.
Yeah, old Night Court is like Hall of Fame TV.
Yeah, maybe. I don't really remember it because I was too young.
I'll put the wrong date in again tonight.
But holy cow. It's like you're it's like you time traveled. That is a show that is written, acted, made for 1991. It feels like, what year? It's crazy.
Yeah?
It feels exactly like a pre-Seinfeld sitcom. No, I know Seinfeld started in 89 or 90, but I'm saying how that changed the way we looked at what a sitcom can be. You know how they all kind of felt the same before that? Very formulaic. This is a pre-Seinfeld sitcom in 2024.
Probably, I don't know how it's doing in the ratings, but it might work.
I think it does. I think it's like,
because that's like,
it's NBC, right?
Yeah, and then Extended Family with John Cryer is apparently right after it.
Show.
And it just looks horrific. But both of those shows look like throwbacks. And I thought exactly what Chris just said. There's no way that NBC did this on accident. I'm not saying it's going to work, but there's a reason why they said, why don't we try doing this and this?
Yeah.
Which is the opposite of what feels like it would work in 2024.
Correct.
But somebody, unless they're just terrible at their job and they're going to lose their job, somebody said, this is the way we're going, and there's a reason. To Chris's point, maybe it's going to work as counterculture. I have no idea.
Well, it also might be
crap. Was
it
it
might
terrible?
be comfort food for people of your age, and your age
Like
is exactly what
nostalgia.
they're looking for, right? Exactly.
Correct.
I would even say maybe
Good
it's
point.
closer to your age, more so than mine.
Well, he watches.
I'm out of the what do you call it?
25-54 demo.
I guess I'm still.
You're
just
still in it.
barely
Yeah,
hanging
you're
on.
still in it, man.
Just barely.
But to your point, I still think, though, that it's the people that are closer to 50 that remember these kind of sitcoms more.
Yeah.
Do you think it's also
My generation's moved on. We want Office, Parks and Rec. We
Yeah.
want the
wall
non-laugh.
bit.
Exactly, the
Yeah.
non-laugh track.
Is there a laugh track?
Oh, my God.
bet there
It's
is.
so bad.
Yeah, but there is.
Do you
sure,
think
sure.
it also could be strike related? That these are maybe like some of the only TV shows they have? Because when you watch network TV, which I only do because of sports, football, it's always like, hey, so-and-so, 911, which is now on NBC, which he loves, is coming
really good.
Is coming back in February. It could be strike related. This is a couple of the only shows I have in the hopper.
No, this was announced back in December of 2020.
But how can you have how can it be strike related? They still, I think, although it didn't prove it in 7 minutes, I think they still have writers. Yeah. You would have never known. Lara Cat, what are you doing?
They're not like redoing the same scripts from back last time.
Is
are
it
they?
Feels like
Not Lurch. What's the big tall guy?
Bull. And he just died.
He's
Didn't he
dead.
just die in 23?
Yeah.
Richard Mole, I think he just died
somebody
like a couple
stabbed
of months
him in
ago.
a ring.
Oh, you guys went to that one.
Oh, it was the worst.
It was the worst.
Yeah, it was a life changer. Never, ever, ever
Ian
going to that
Ziering
again.
stabbed him.
What? Just out of bloodlust?
Yeah,
or what?
now they're just absolutely doing it for my generation. Because I would watch that. I'd watch Ian Ziering stab a bunch of people.
From Night Court?
Sure.
Yeah.
He was wishing he had a knife the other day. Remember the girl with the big jugs on Night Court? Oh. The hell was her name?
The Marquee Post?
Yeah. I put some marks on my post.
Oh, jeez. Your mic's on.
Jeepers.
Well, it's 5:37, bitch.
Yeah, it's the Harbor Hour.
God, we lost her a little over 2 years ago. She died in
know.
2021.
Where is she?
They're all dying.
Well, they were old.
She was only 70.
Oh, that's not very old.
No.
Gosh, she was so hot.
Night Court ran from 80.
And a great actress, too, by the way.
Right. 84 through 92.
Man. 84 to 90, so 13 to 21.
Wow.
Your boy was just marking posts.
To Night Court?
Yeah, bull, man.
Man, almost
Bull
everybody.
looked like a giant penis.
Show hockey, that.
Almost everybody but John Larroquette is
Did he
dead.
not?
Hogs.
Yeah. Yeah, that's Marky Post.
Yeah.
Hotter than fire.
Harry Anderson.
Harry Anderson, man.
Died in 2018.
Yep. He had made his mark on Cheers as that same character, I think.
Yes,
Yeah,
that is
look at
correct.
her. Look at her with no bra.
Yeah, he had a recurring guest role as a con man named Harry the Hat.
That's right, Harry
on
the Hat.
Cheers.
Yeah. Yeah. That's right.
He's been dead for 6 years.
That's too
Marky
bad.
Post died, like I
Man.
said, in 2021.
Can't believe I never
Richard
got a chance to
Mole-
meet her.
Richard Mole died in 2023.
I really thought that was going to happen for me.
That you were going to meet Marky Post?
Yeah. If you had asked me at 14, I would have said 100% chance.
100% chance.
Yeah.
Chris
I
was just
wasn't-
terrible with probability.
Just because you were so horny that just led to you getting to see her?
It just seemed like a thing that was going to happen to me. You know? I rubbed every bottle and lamp that I found.
And that's what you called your penis back then.
Now you have then you got a Richard Mole.
Oh, son of a bitch!
Sure did.
Night Court, seasons 1 and 2. The character's name was Al Craven, played by Terry Kaiser of Weekend at Bernie fame.
No way.
Yes.
He had to do movies after Weekend at Bernie's?
Kaiser was on Night Court for 2 seasons.
I don't remember that at all. I wonder what he played. What did he play?
He played Al Craven. Which,
Yeah, that doesn't help me.
my guess is that won multiple Emmys.
Wes Craven's son?
Was he, in fact, dead the entire time?
What a multiverse it would be if every show or movie Terry Kaiser ever appeared in, he was just a dead guy.
God, think about that. That's
He's
writing
still with
right
us.
there. What if he shows up on the new version of Night Court?
Dead.
Dead in hell.
Yeah. But he's getting sued.
Right.
Yes.
A couple of guys who are up to no good. A couple of guys bring in Bernie
Yep.
for the trial, and then Larroquette's their attorney. God, why aren't we writers?
I'm telling you, that would work. I would watch that.
Then the ghost of Marquis Post takes a shower, I assume. If you're in the writer's room, I assume that's your pitch.
Gosh.
Sauce, you added the episode. What else happens?
Well, when they bring in Terry Kaiser as a dead guy, he gets sued, and then they realize at the end of the episode he was actually alive the whole time. He just didn't want to pay any of the fines.
I think that's terrible.
Yeah, I think Chris and I will write the rest of this episode.
Did you guys watch L.A. Law?
No.
No.
That's
How about
serious.
Too young to care.
Did you watch Designing Women?
Yeah.
I saw that a bunch because my mom
sure as
liked
hell
it.
Did, man. That one girl was real hot.
Delta Burke?
Yeah, I liked her a lot. She's big and in charge.
Oh my God.
Gene Smart, who's still kicking ass, right? Marnie loves that show, Hacks.
Yeah. She's also
You hacking on me?
in 24 Zacco.
24
Great.
Zacco?
Great show.
Is that a
great show.
documentary about your 24th year on the planet?
Oh,
Yeah, how
boy.
did that go?
I don't know if we want to go back to
You're
that.
so tired and sleepy.
I
Are
don't-
you okay,
what?
buddy?
Are you just pissed because Paul Martin did Let's Play
Yeah,
Hockey?
what's your
Yeah,
problem?
dude, it's never going to happen. Let it go,
I
John.
heard he
Let
did
it
a
go.
great job, too. He nailed it.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
the Wild lost.
No, he was
but,
awesome.
But Paul Martin nailed
That
it.
sounds like it.
No.
You believe he earned that, correct? He was worthy of doing Let's Play Hockey.
Of course.
Charitable guy.
They have-
Minnesota hockey legend.
You know who's
Exactly.
doing Let's Play Hockey next game?
Who?
The woman who showed her jugs on the bowl
good.
game.
Good
On the
better.
bowl
Oh,
game.
the New Orleans
Yeah,
Flasher?
the New Orleans Flasher.
I
That's
thought you
right.
meant like the bowl game is in like a Chicago Bulls game.
Yep, during the Bulls game. Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, that's her bit. Halftime show. Ta-da!
I wonder if she probably hated that, right?
What? Showing her boobs? She looked
On
like she liked
national television?
No, she seemed to not care.
Okay.
you know,
well,
I
she
know.
didn't know.
Did she get offered a bunch of money from some
Me?
website?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. To do a show during halftime on some porn website. It was like $100,000 or something.
She's endorsing, after what I saw, she could be,
Oh,
for a
no.
second.
I know where you're going.
she could be endorsing Egg McMuffins for McDonald's.
Yeah.
Come on. Come on.
Maybe she'll replace Aaron Rodgers on McAfee.
Oh, boy. That got weird.
Lawsuits possibly coming.
Yeah.
It's Brett's guy. Brett's guy can't keep his mouth shut.
Where'd you go, Brett?
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing.
It's your guy.
It's a weird thing to just say.
Egg McMuffins.
Egg McMuffins.
How many of those do you think you could eat, Hawk?
That
The actual Egg McMuffin.
The actual one. Yeah, the actual one.
Oh,
Sorry. Because your answer, if it's the other thing, should just be 2.
don't stop me.
Yeah. All right.
Hey, you know how our friends at the St. Paul Saints always say, hey, if you guys have ideas, we'll always listen, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Since Sauce is out of our night court writing room,
Yeah, you've been left
Huck,
out.
what if you and I pitch an idea to the Saints? We call up Terry Kaiser
Yep.
and have a weekend at Bernie's Day at St. Paul at CHS Field. And you and I just walk him around with our arms around him
Brilliant.
all day. He dresses like Bernie.
Yeah.
No, he's going to have to walk, but we'll make it look like he's dragging his feet a little bit. And
Sure,
you and I just
sure.
do laps around CHS Field, and we just have weekend at Bernie's Day. On a weekend, we'll pick a weekend day. Everybody else can come dressed as Bernie, but the actual Terry Kaiser is there, and we celebrate his, I believe, 8 Academy Awards.
Now, forgive me if you just said this. Is he with us still?
Yeah, he's 84.
He's 84.
So he might need to be dragged around anyway. You and I will drag him around.
Right.
We'll play Monopoly with him.
Yep.
All the bits.
You'll get him laid?
Yeah. You can work on getting him laid.
Right.
Sauce can show up and bury him in the sand and
Yeah.
flick him off.
Yeah.
There's so many things we could do. We could take him water skiing some. I don't know how that we're going to do that on a baseball field, but again, I don't have all the good ideas. A little help here would be
Well,
nice. What else can we do with him?
I think you've reached the top of the ideas. I don't know what. I mean, we could throw him off the roof of the building.
That's fantastic. We could drive around in little sports car golf carts.
Yeah.
Get cheese curds. I'm just saying, let's have a weekend at Bernie's with Bernie.
Can I throw a
at
different
CHS
idea at you?
Field.
Yeah, throw it.
Let's play hockey. Terry Kaiser.
Love it.
At the Saints game?
I mean, that'd be good for him. He's
Dressed as Bernie, though.
He's a
of course,
legend.
right.
Obviously, but we'd have to move his mouth with our hands.
Oh,
whoa.
Careful.
Okay.
See, again, how great would that be? You and I,
Yep.
for the third time, I believe. I think, have you done it twice?
I've done it
Or more than that?
3 times.
Okay.
Yes.
So even more than that now.
Yeah. Yeah.
You and I holding up Terry Kaiser, even though he's still with us, dressed as Bernie.
Right.
We have to say the words because Bernie's dead. And technically, they would be picking a dead guy over
that's-
Zach Halverson.
That's brilliant.
And then you
Yeah.
get Marky Post to flash us.
God,
Now?
you're horny. Like real horny.
Was that a question or a demand?
Or did you find a genie?
It did sound like you were ordering me.
It's like you were a general of a war.
Yeah.
No!
Yeah.
Thanks, Napoleon.
That's exactly what I was saying.
Didn't you see that movie?
I did.
And you thought it was okay?
I thought it was okay. They crammed way too much into.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, unlike anything I've ever done, they tried to fit way too much into.
Am I the only one that stayed up and watched the new episode of Fargo last night?
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
I don't say a word. Was it good?
Boy.
Just say yes or no.
Oh, I mean,
Okay, good.
John Hamm, dear God.
They show us Crank again.
No, I just freaking love that
Yeah.
he is all in on being the worst guy.
Yeah,
He's the worst
he's
guy.
the worst.
And
He's the worst.
I said this a couple of weeks ago when we were talking about that show, but you have a universally loved dude who just said, I'm going to pick a role that's going to make everyone despise me.
Yeah.
And he just is all in on embracing. No,
Yeah.
I'm playing the ultimate villain. I want you to hate me for once instead of always. Again, Draper is such a flawed character in Mad Men, but he's still the anti-hero. You still like Walter White or Tony Soprano. You still cheer for him even though he's an a-hole. This is the opposite. Dear God, he's just terrible. Terrible.
Yeah, he's pretty bad, man.
I can't wait.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
I'm going to
We and
watch
I
it
will
today.
watch it. Yeah, same.
Weenie Eye?
Yeah, Weenie Eye.
Yeah. All right, I think we had a lot of good ideas in segment one. I think
seemed like it.
we got a lot accomplished. This is the Power Trip Money Show on the Fan.
Paul, the Fan.
Hiya. So the Wild lost last night.
Oh.
Yeah, they sure did.
Zach was blaming Paul Martin during the break.
Yeah, why were you doing that?
He said he didn't inspire the crowd like he would have.
Zach, why did you say that?
Did you not say those exact words? That the building was dead because he did such a poor job of Let's Play Hockey. No enthusiasm, no hype.
Man,
I feel like I almost am repeating you word for
Yeah, I
word.
was just
I
going
wrote
to
it
say,
down.
quote unquote.
I think I did nail that. Did I not, Sauce? It was
I
pretty
put
close.
it up on
you
as
recording?
bulletin board material
yeah, you did.
for 108.
Wow. To get Lee mad or?
He's pissed.
Yeah, pissed.
Typical Lee.
Oh, don't go there.
Always walking around.
Pissed.
Bad mouthing.
Yeah, just the worst.
No.
She's awesome.
What now?
She's a ray of sunshine on a cloudy day.
That's the
I
truth.
think I'm taking the kiddos to the Wild game tomorrow night. What if they let one of my kids do Let's Play Hockey
Oh,
before
God,
you?
what a great bit that would be.
Give them a jersey. And they've earned it, man.
The whole state?
Yeah, the Garden State.
Yes.
I never saw that film either.
Great.
That's what you said.
Love it. Good luck exploring the infinite abyss.
Thanks.
Interesting.
Have your New Year's resolutions already ended on January 3rd? Have you already fallen off?
Yes.
Anybody have a resolution and did it already end?
Yes.
Don't they say it's like the 17th of January is
Yeah.
when most of us have already failed?
Yeah, and like the shine of the holidays is worn
Game
off.
over,
All
man.
that
Yeah,
stuff.
so it's the most.
Yeah.
Don't we do that story almost every year that MLK Day is the most depressing day of the year? Something like that, right? Because it's, like you just said, it's the middle of winter. It's dark. Everyone's depressed anyway. New Year's resolutions are failing already halfway through January. It's a Monday, right? Everybody's
Yeah.
like, this sucks.
Yeah. We're the only ones here.
Yep. I almost guarantee we'll be the only ones here
Yeah.
in 2 weeks. That's okay, though.
Everybody else can be gone.
Probably. I mean, if it's anything like the last 22 years, my guess is they'll be off.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay, though.
Yeah, man. I ain't
Do
scared.
you, man?
Yeah, do you?
Oake ain't scared.
I ain't scared right now.
Yeah. Hey, by the way.
Hey.
Can we bring up what I saw this morning?
My butt cheeks?
No, the thing that your butt cheeks were sitting on.
Oh, yeah, man. Bring it up.
He got a new Hussy van.
Yeah.
An improved Hussy van.
Better van.
Yeah, he got his own Chevy van.
I saw that van. I didn't
mine.
even look at it twice.
You better not look at it.
No, but as dumb as it sounds, this is how little attention I pay to vans.
Okay.
I didn't notice a difference between the vans. I just saw.
No, it's cool. Yeah, they're the same color essentially.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't even look twice. I'm like, a Talks van. That's a new one.
Well, it's not new. It's new to me. It's an upgrade because the old one I had I loved very much, but the roof wouldn't stop leaking when it rained.
That's a problem.
It's a problem. And we got to the point where they were like, we're going to have to probably take the roof off, put a new roof on. I'm like, well, that ain't going to happen.
No.
And so I found a new one that's improved, and it's beauty. She's a beaut, Clark.
Yeah,
and I love it.
We just said yesterday you're going to be Christopher McCandless from Into the Wild.
Oh, yeah.
And now you're getting a new van. I would have preferred you to have the one that leaked when it rained. That fit the vibe more.
It does.
He's
fit
only
the
happy
vibe
when
more.
it rains.
Yeah, and I like the rain. But I did get aggravated when I would be turning a corner and then taking a shower at the same time.
Wow, it was that bad?
It got pretty bad on hard rain days.
Really? Jeez.
Yeah. So I got it. This one's a 2017. She's a sweetie. It's got all the updated stuff. I love it. And so I guess, you know what? If I had a New Year's resolution, Core, it would be to talk less about boobs on the radio.
You're not off to a great start.
Not so good.
Marky Post derailed your New Year's resolution, although we probably talked about him yesterday, too.
Probably did.
Yeah, we did.
But also, I realized I don't really just have to have 2-week vacations or 1-week vacations. If I leave here on Friday morning at 9 a.m. after the show and come back Sunday night in time to work on Monday, I could go about anywhere in the United States of America in my van.
3-day vacation, kind of, yeah.
I could go, like if I decide I want to go to Omaha to see
Guardsy.
I got it.
Thank you.
I got that, Joe.
He endorses the state of Omaha.
Yeah, the Omaha Board of Tourism.
The Omaha's not a state.
That was a test. You passed.
Does he really?
Yeah.
Yeah, he talks about like going on, doesn't he talk about beer tours or something?
Sausage tours.
Apparently it's a riot.
Was it zoo there, I think?
Why?
Yeah, I think you're right.
Some steaks.
The home of 311.
Some what?
No big
What
deal.
city can I endorse?
That's what I was.
I would endorse Deadwood.
Well,
Yeah, right.
This show
got
should
it.
endorse every city we want.
Yeah.
And just go.
Well,
What?
I don't know if we're supposed to do that anymore.
Oh, my
What?
gosh. I told Chad to his face yesterday, I would go, no, Power Trip's going wherever we want.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't care for us going on trips. And I said, that's not how it's going to work. And then he basically said, you're fired.
Yeah.
And I said, nice try.
I'll see
He
you
hates
tomorrow.
trips. He hates initials. He hates everything.
Yeah.
No, he loves me.
Yeah, he loves hogs.
He tells you that.
That's all I need.
Yeah, right. Right. Same.
That'll get you there.
Yeah, you don't really need to mean it.
Yeah, correct.
I expect as soon as I walk out the door that everybody's just shaking their head.
Yeah. And looking at your sweet butt cheeks.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, we know what you mean, Vern.
That's how you have to act around here. When you leave a room in iHeart, you have to assume you're getting ripped to shreds the second you leave.
Well, yeah.
The best thing you can do is walk with your head held high and just go, well, rip away.
Yeah.
See you later.
Yeah.
Right.
And then
In
just
fact-
go take a nap.
Sometimes I give you guys options.
Yeah, why not?
Here's some things I did yesterday.
Right.
All right, see you later.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Dear God, he's falling apart. Do you know what he just said?
He bought another van.
Man, do we judge?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. It's the most Minnesotan thing that I
I know.
heard Minneapolis
Yes.
does is just go, you're doing great. No, everything's great. Fantastic. Then the second the person leaves, God, they're the worst.
What are they
God, we
doing?
love it.
I'm so tired of that person.
Why would you do that?
We love it. And you know
Did you
what's
hear
funny?
what that person said?
Oh,
We even have a name for it. We just call it ripping.
ripping.
And
Right.
I know if I don't go down to Abbott's office after the show, I'm the subject. So, so I wander in every now and again just to shut you guys up. And then I leave.
Yeah, but the beauty of it is, because I feel the same way.
Yeah.
But I hope you don't care, because I don't care. I learned that a long time ago, right? Because you can't stop that. That's the
Right,
passive-aggressive Minnesotan. So you can't just stand there for 4 hours going, if I stand here for 4 hours, do you skip ripping me? No. You're just delaying it. So whether you're there 2 minutes going,
Correct.
need anything, or an hour and a half,
Yeah.
you're getting ripped the second
You're
you
getting
leave.
ripped.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So there's no point in going, oh man, I think I'm just going to hold it out to like 11 o'clock. Hopefully everybody disperses and goes to their own meetings. Nope, they're just waiting for you to leave so they can reconvene and rip.
Yeah, then you get thrown right out of the ring.
That's why you just go home when you're ready and nap it away and forget that those people have opinions.
Well, that's what sucks about sauce lately.
What's that?
There's just not much to rip.
What? There's plenty to rip.
Oh, there's plenty.
Yeah.
We haven't ripped him.
Wait till he leaves the room during the commercial break.
All right.
I'll unload
Get the
everything
hell
I
outta
got.
here.
Yeah, get out of here. I got some things to say to Zach about you.
We're going to put it on the whiteboard.
Is like put a little camera in there and record it, and then write down a list of things that, and then we have to choose who the rip was about. Like, like I could say,
careful.
That's Ben's place. That's Lieber's place.
Lieber's spot.
Right.
Yeah, that's a
the
problem.
hottest one.
Though, like, it would be mostly that person.
That guy?
Yeah.
And then anything else is just going to be harshly specific to somebody.
Right.
Right, and then we're just waiting around for somebody to say where they're going, and then we just say, yeah, that's Lieber's place.
Right. Everything else would be not just, I wish this person would do that, or I wish this person would be a little bit better at this. The rest of it would be, here's why we think this person that we work with is a terrible human being.
Just awful. Making every wrong decision that they've ever made.
That's
Jesus.
What a great place to work.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah,
It
now
really
that I
is.
think
Isn't
about
that
it.
weird? It really is. It's weird how much we all hate each other, but we all kind of get along and it works. Right?
These are the good old days, man.
Yeah, and that's not going to last forever. All right, now let's go to break because I got some things to say. Behind people's backs. The Power Trip Morning Show on the Fan.
Are you wanting inspiration? The Fan. You spill your secret. KFAN. Or trip on the Fan.
The Power Hour is powered by Quantum Fiber. You can watch it at KFAN.com/watch starting at 8 a.m. It's going to be great. Tune in.
Well said.
Parrish man, Mark Parrish is here. He's right behind me.
There he is.
Give me the hug. You smell good today. Oh, good. Yeah. Hey, you showered last week.
What do you think the longest you've gone in your adult life without showering?
3 weeks.
Jesus.
Was that when you and my dad were doing that one thing?
Yeah.
3 days.
3 days is a long time,
I
brother.
think it was...
Yeah, listen to the Hulks. I think it's one.
That might have been back when you were working for me, right?
No, God, no. God, that would have been... That you would have known. That would have been a biohazard. We had a the Christmas a couple years ago when it was on like a Tuesday, and so I did nothing from like Saturday to Tuesday, and then we did the show Wednesday through Friday that year. So,
But doing nothing doesn't stop you from showering.
Right.
I mean, you're still pooping.
Because I was going to think the only time I could possibly imagine going 2 or 3 days without showering is being so sick that you don't even want to get out of bed.
oh, actually, that's a great point.
Oh, you made a
COVID?
great point, dude.
I was out for a week with COVID.
And didn't shower once.
Well, I showered before I went to the hospital, but
See, but
yeah.
I think showering, I'm just thinking through in my
You know
own
how
head
many
because I don't
nurses
get
quit
sick
after
very
that?
often.
Ugh.
Like, don't you shower to feel
blame 'em.
better?
Usually.
I mean, if you're physically capable of getting to the shower, I would say you should probably shower once or twice.
You don't have to.
Just to kind of feel refreshed and maybe get your body going again. Who knows? I'm not a doctor.
Yeah, there was a couple times in COVID, the COVID year, where I sat there and wondered, when was the last day I showered?
That's not a good sign.
You know, but I wasn't seeing anybody.
Yeah.
Nobody was seeing me.
Fair. Should we do sports?
I don't care.
Okay, cool.
Wow.
Let me get to the right page. Hold on. I'm just thinking about showering.
Time now for Front Page Sports, presented by Holiday Station Stores.
Hey, thanks, Holiday.
I wonder if Jacques Lemaire, when you went off the crossbar yet again, if he ever called you Marquee Post.
I think there was a different 4-letter word he used for
Got
me.
it.
Did you ever shower when you were playing for Jock?
Never.
What is happening?
Not once.
I see what you did there.
Thank you.
Holiday Station Stores, they have cinnamon roll sandwiches at Holiday. That's right, cinnamon roll sandwiches.
That
Think of
sounds real
the
good.
sandwich, but instead of bread on both sides, it's a cinnamon roll.
Yeah, perfection.
And
I'll
they
take
got
that.
great gas that I got picked up this morning from
See,
Holiday
there
and
you go.
Red Bull.
See, I thought it was a cinnamon roll in like a hoagie.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
Are you high?
Yeah. I'm glad. No, I'm not, Abbott. Jeez Louise.
Jeez Louise.
Hey, let's start with this. We talked about this last week, but here's the update. Nugget star Aaron Gordon has discussed his Christmas Day dog attack now that he's back with the team. It was his own Rottweiler, 4-year-old Rottweiler. He adopted it when it was 6 weeks old, so it's been his the entire time. 21 stitches, mostly to his right hand, his shooting hand. Also scarred up his lip a little bit, but he said, quote, "I really don't care about the stitches on my face. We're not running a pageant here."
Sounds like a hockey player.
Also sounds like a hockey player when he said, "I don't drink a lot during the season, but I probably had a little bit too much eggnog."
There's plenty of drinking.
We can get back. We can get back to that in a second because I have a question about eggnog. He says, "I was bleeping around with my dog, and when you bleep around, you find out."
Oh,
so he said he was wrestling with his dog, and the dog just snapped back. So
Went a little too far.
He went on to say, "Yeah, his dog."
I thought this was the new you, Hawk.
He 1 billion% though backed his dog. Said he's a good boy, normally pretty gentle. Just he was wrestling with him. So. He said he did.
Yeah.
The dog did what the dog does, which is
didn't smell what the dog was cooking.
Right.
Yeah.
When's the rematch?
I don't know.
I think it's at the Sphere.
So can we go back to eggnog for a second, Mark? Back in your drinking days.
Yeah.
I love eggnog. I don't think I've ever had eggnog though with alcohol. I know that's a huge thing during the holidays. That sounds gross to me.
See, the other way sounds gross to me.
Just plain eggnog?
Plain eggnog is just awful. That was the only way I could drink eggnog was if there was booze in it.
What do you put in it?
Whatever.
Is it rum? Yeah.
Okay. What do you got? Well, no,
Margarita
I don't mean you personally. I mean, what's the standard eggnog drink?
I think like rum.
Oh, I think is it rum chata?
Rum chata.
Rum chata and eggnog.
It's like rum, yeah.
Oh, man, rum chata.
My mom loves it. Yeah, eggnog. My brother likes eggnog. I never liked eggnog at all.
Eggnog shakes at McDonald's.
Are they still a thing?
So good.
That's weird.
Probably during Christmas time. Speaking of no showers, Cy Amundsen's on the phone, and he's got a comment about not showering.
Oh, hang on a second here. Hi, Cy.
Hello, boys. How are you?
Good morning.
Good. Are you
Great.
on that German Autobahn?
Yeah, I might have made the mistake of calling you on the one road that is an absolute nightmare in Cincinnati. But, man, anytime people start talking about not showering, I got to get involved. Let's have a conversation. Here's my question.
Yes.
Has anybody in the group, and since you guys, you're kind of like a weird incestual group that likes to try stuff together.
Those are rumors.
Careful.
And not like, I should take that back. You don't like to try stuff together. I think Corey likes to get everybody going and make you seem like a group, and then he watches everybody else try stuff.
That's very true. That's 100%.
Yep.
Well, yeah, that's
Some people
that's
just like to watch the world burn.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Hey, what if we all went to a barn for the night and then Corey's at home?
Yeah.
So my question is, has anyone in the group here, anyone on the show, ever gone without shampoo in their hair? Have you ever tried the no poo movement?
I do that all the time.
All the time.
Yeah, I do that all the time. I only maybe every third day shampoo my hair.
100%. I've never been an everyday shampoo.
I do every day.
It feels weird if I do it every day.
But...
I do it I'm like Chris, every third or fourth day, then you do it.
I never do it anymore.
I love it. So I'm 4 years without shampoo, and I think I have the most beautiful hair in my vehicle right now.
You have good hair.
And
wow.
I don't think I have anything to add. I was going to try to talk all you guys into leaving the world of shampoo, but I didn't realize you were as disgusting as me. So carry on, I guess. I've got
Congrats on 4 years,
I've got
man.
nothing else to add.
I don't know.
Do you get a check for that?
I don't know if the connection's bad, but Chris said every third day, not every third year.
Right.
I'm saying come my direction. Here's the thing. Here, I don't know. I've watched enough YouTube videos now where my understanding of the universe is completely based in flawed fact.
Yeah.
Like, I talk about the pyramids a lot. I'm really interested in this Epstein list.
Yeah.
I don't have anything factual to present to anyone. But I do think that human beings, before we invented all this stuff, their body had to do stuff on its own. Like, there had to be some natural evolutionary ability to clean hair. And some hippie talked me into it, and I gave it a whirl, and Like, I might have had the grossest hair in the state of Minnesota for 3 months, and then I look like a prince ever since. You just got to get past that horrific first few months.
All right. Yeah, it seems itchy to go that long. Is it not itchy?
I got to tell you, the first month and a half is itchy. And let me tell you, if you have a partner in life, they're going to hate that second month and a half before you get to the prince stage. They're not going to love that, but I don't know what to tell you. I've got amazing hair, and I think I owe it all to suffering through a horrible 3 months. Now, I still do a cold water. You know, I wish I had more to add to that. I put cold water on that. I think it's the smartest plan.
Si, you're the best, dude.
Bye, buddy.
All right, I care about you guys. Goodbye.
Thanks, Si. Bye.
There he goes, the beautifully haired Si.
He does have beautiful hair.
Hey, speaking, I can't do cold showers. I just can't do it.
I rinse in cold just for like a little bit to cool off before I get out.
Sometimes I don't like a cold shower before I leave the house.
When you think about Marky Post?
Just for everybody's safety.
But so now my wife wants one of those cold tubs or cold plunges.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody's raving about them. Everybody says the list of health benefits is just through the roof.
Go to Home
Pro athletes
Depot.
have been doing them forever.
Where the hell do you put a cold tub, though?
Go to
Outside.
Home Depot and buy a large trash can, put some ice in it, dump some water, and say, get in there.
Bingo.
Yeah.
That'll go over well.
Right.
Get in this garbage can, and I don't mean anything extra by this.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Man.
Yeah, they're like all the rage.
Yeah, they're awesome. I love them. That's what you do that whenever your legs felt heavy or anything like that, or guys just religiously after games, some guys before games. It does. It feels amazing.
So I get that, though, at a professional hockey facility, but where does the average person put a cold tub? In their garage, in their backyard,
I'm being honest.
in their
Why can't you just
right next
put
to your
it
hot
in
tub?
And why can't you just put it in your bathtub? Why can't you just put ice
Honestly,
in the bathtub?
that's I mean, for the NHL facilities that weren't as nice, that's more or less what we had. It was just a big metal bin that you dumped ice in.
Yeah, it's like in is it a Major League?
Yeah, they got the jets going. That's exactly what it is. You just keep dumping ice into it.
Just keep dumping.
I feel like, if I am filling a bathtub with cold water and then dump a bunch of ice in it, if my wife walks in on that, she's going to think I'm about to harvest her kidneys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That looks like a psychopath.
You can get one right here for $89 on Amazon, and it looks sweet. It's got a bunch of hot dudes and a tub.
Looks like a giant garbage can.
Yeah.
You know what we should do? We should see who can go the longest without showering.
Oh, no.
Like the Seinfeld bit.
Why?
Because we can't actually do the Seinfeld bit because all of us would fail.
That would go nowhere.
Yeah,
that's no. We gotta switch that
Who's
up.
the Kramer in this group that just slams his money on the table and says, "I'm out immediately"?
For no masturbating or no? Oh, him,
Chris.
Yeah, him. Not even close.
I'd do it for you guys.
Yeah,
we'd like shake on it.
Yeah.
The deal would be made, and then 30 seconds later, you'd come back. I'm done.
Yeah,
I'm out.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Which is the genius part of that episode, right? Remember, there's a nudist across the apartment building or whatever out the window.
Yeah, I'm out.
And Kramer just quietly leaves the room, goes across the hallway to his apartment, and comes back and slams his money on the table and says, "I'm out."
Just watch It's Always Sunny kind of redid that bit.
Yeah.
You got to watch that show, Corey.
That's such a good show.
You got to watch it, Corey.
Yama ring, yama do, yama da. I'm out.
You know what? Honestly, I don't mind the let's see who can go the longest showering. But you know what we should do? Why don't we all go spend the night at a barn?
Brilliant.
Yeah. I've done
You
it.
want to do it this weekend?
Yeah, let's go.
All of us just stay overnight at a barn.
Let's do it.
Yeah,
This Friday.
I'm in.
It's booked, right?
Done.
Perfect.
Yeah, let's go.
What really matters is next. Power Trip Morning Show on the Fan.
Bliss St. Paul, the Fan.
Hey. Good morning, everybody. Brian Oake is here after his long trip out west. I don't know if did he not come in the studio?
Not yet.
Oh.
No, he's sitting out there.
He looks like he belongs in Oregon. Like he's a captain of some boat that ain't caught anything for a long time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And he just stands on the edge of the boat and just goes, days.
Yeah. And he curses the sea.
Yeah. The water?
Flicks cigarettes
Yeah.
into the ocean.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Symbolically.
Yeah, I don't know why he's not.
No, I don't think
yet.
it's symbolically. I think he actually does it.
Why isn't he in there?
I think you're confusing symbolically and metaphorically.
Yes.
Let's do what really matters.
All right, buddy. We'll do that for you.
I got some stuff
Just
to
one last
discuss.
It's the last time.
Last one.
What really matters, right?
Former Gopher quarterback Ethan Kaliakmanis is going to Rutgers, which means he plays the Gophers on November 9th.
Yeah!
How about that? How about the kids staying in the Big Ten? The Gophers play at Rutgers November 9th.
Wow.
And he could still win Big Ten Player of the Year.
Yeah, there's a bet. He's not going to, but
hey, you never know.
What if Ethan puts up something like 400 yards on November 9th? Right in PJ's face.
Yeah, that would be tough.
Tough guys.
Yeah.
You know they're going to let him sling it at Rutgers,
Of
right?
course.
Whether it works or not, who has any idea? But my guess is he went there saying, I'll transfer here, but somebody's got to let me sling it. I'm not doing this handing it off 90 times a game. I'm going to sling it.
And if it doesn't work, he can go somewhere else.
Right, and Kirk Sherrock is there, right?
Is that right?
At Rutgers.
Oh, well, that makes a lot of sense.
So maybe
then.
you're just following somebody that you have a connection to, and we'll see.
That's a horse of a different color.
Man, this 3 games, the Gophers schedule for 2024 isn't anywhere near as hard as last year's. But this 3-game stretch of USC here, UCLA there, and never mind. I thought that was Michigan. Oh, wait, sorry. It's Michigan, USC, UCLA.
What now?
They have a. You know what? I'm not good at things. Let me start over here.
Is any of this correct?
It's Iowa, then Michigan, then USC, then UCLA. That's tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's son of a bitch.
What really matters, though, is this.
All right, man. I'm not going to use that one. That one's boring.
No.
I don't like this one either. Not going to do that either.
No.
All right, I'll do this. A medical discovery from the University of California, San Diego version, could eventually mean the end of acne. Researchers say they've created a vaccine that reduces inflammation, targeting the bacterial enzyme that causes acne. Do you remember when that was the bane of your existence?
Yeah, of course.
Yep.
Man, back when
It was a nightmare.
It was a nightmare.
Yeah.
Football season, and you could see where my helmet sat on my head.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
We hockey players got that one too, yeah.
And then you put your helmet on and you feel the burst.
Ugh.
Gross. And it hurts the whole time.
You ever get, like we would get hit. If you get hit hard enough sometime in the helmet, you can feel the dang thing pop. Yeah, that hurts.
Well, how about being single your entire high school career? Because if you have a girlfriend,
I don't know about that, man.
correct. I'm looking at the mirror here. But if you're single your entire high school career, very different than I think of. All right, you got a girlfriend, you got acne for a little bit.
Yeah.
You're like, oh yeah, but she understands. She's still going to put up with me. If you're single and then you get a zit or two, you're like, I couldn't get a girlfriend before.
Yeah.
Now this thing's going to be on my face for 4 days. I got no chance.
No chance.
It was the longest 4 days ever.
It was a death sentence.
Yeah, it's the worst.
Then I'd get a cold sore once or twice every fall, and I'm like, this is a disaster. I
Cold
look
sores,
like
man.
Yeah.
I still
the
get those.
elephant man.
Yeah. The Elephant Man.
God.
Another old reference.
The Elephant Man's pissed right now.
Yeah,
by the
why
way.
did the elephant, poor Elephant Man, why did he become such a punchline?
Hang on. The Elephant Man and Night Court are slightly different, right? I lived during Night Court. It's not like I'm referencing something from 1992. Elephant Man was what? 1940s, 30s, 20s? I have no idea.
When he
Long
actually
time ago.
existed, you mean?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was-
But then the film was like in the 80s, right?
Oh, I have no
I think
idea.
Because what's his face? Silence of the Lambs guy was the star of
the
it.
film was
1980.
Yeah, 1980,
I was just completely referencing the actual person.
Oh, okay.
I had no idea there was a movie about him.
Oh, yeah, dude.
You are
Silence
young.
of the Lamb. What's
Anthony Hopkins.
Yeah, Anthony Hopkins was like his buddy. It's been forever since I saw the film.
I think you're confusing the Elephant Man with Operation Dumbo Drop,
Which you love.
Good film.
I do like to reference it. I've never seen it. Is it my turn or your turn?
We're talking about zits.
Oh, that's right. So it's my turn.
Yep.
The Flames beat the Wild. Mark Parrish 3-1. Patty Maroon scored in the second to make it 2-1 Calgary, but then Calgary added an empty netter with 57 seconds to go. Fleury, 30 saves on 32 shots. The Wild have lost 3 straight. Zach Halverson's done Let's Play Hockey in none of those games. That was Winnipeg, and Calgary. They're hosting Tampa Bay tomorrow at 7 o'clock, in which Zach will also not do Let's Play Hockey.
Yeah, no, it was a tough one. I was at the game last night, actually, because it was Wild Recovery Night last night. And I got to introduce my good friend Paul Martin, who spoke the meeting beforehand. It was absolutely incredible. When I did it a couple years ago, it was 700 people. This year, it was almost 1,800 people
Good for you
in
guys.
that room. It was pretty amazing.
That's awesome.
Jared Jenkins, Sol Ryan, you guys are the best. Those guys are the heartbeat. They're the ones that put this together. It's they're under 7 different organizations now, 2 different leagues. The Miami Dolphins have jumped on board, had a recovery night. I think the Nashville Predators are having one this year. New Jersey Devils with my old buddy Ken Danico at NHL Network. Was speaker out there. So it's become a very big thing and awesome.
So dumb question. Is this is varying progressions in sobriety, or is this if somebody is struggling and they want to find out how to get a part of it? It's you could be literally not even in a program yet and still show up and
Absolutely.
say, where do I turn?
That's exactly right. Come on in. Yeah, it's where we're welcoming, inclusive to everyone. Come on in and listen to our story. And if it resonates a little bit, come back again, or maybe we'll talk a little bit longer over coffee.
Gotcha.
And it's it's been absolutely amazing. And last night was fun. Unfortunately, Jacob Markstrom out-dueled Marc-Andre Fleury. They both were the best 2 players on the ice, and then Calgary came away with the win. Right now, it's tough coming off of an emotional weekend that they had against Winnipeg, and then kind of finding that same energy, and that you could kind of feel that the guys were just a little tired mentally more than physically. But that being said, it was a good game. They could have found a way to pull it off. They had their chances. Matt Boldy played well as well, and another one's coming around tomorrow. So whatever. Moving on.
What really matters is that. And this.
High levels of Neanderthal DNA is linked with lower risk of schizophrenia and psychotic symptoms.
There you go, Sauce.
Which is cool because I am, my 23andMe came back like a buttload of Neanderthal DNA, man. I mean, that was exactly what they said when they told me about it.
I don't know if this has any truth, but some girl in high school told me, so it's got to be real. Yeah. I have this bump in the back of my skull or something like that, and if you have that, you have some Neanderthal gene or something. Do you have the bump in the back of your head?
I don't have that. I've got the sloping forehead. Seriously, look at this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. The computer's in the. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, every time they do a recreation, this is what a Neanderthal looked like. I'm like, that's my uncle.
That's my silhouette.
That's me, man. Hi.
It's okay.
Yeah, man, it's
We're
cool.
all brothers and sisters.
Ain't that the truth, brother?
It's all incest, technically.
Yeah. What the
That's a weird way to
What's
say.
the difference?
Yeah.
That's a weird way to say it.
Wasn't it like half the world Genghis Khan's offspring?
Yeah, that's right, man. He got it on.
Yeah.
I think about that all the time.
Well, definitely.
Genghis Khan getting it on?
Yeah,
you think about that?
Oh, no, it's obscene.
Yeah, there's a number.
The percentage of the people that allegedly have his DNA.
Genghis Khan.
It's
David Kahn, the former GM, he definitely does. Noah Khan, who was just on Saturday Night Live, definitely related to Genghis Khan.
Definitely.
Shao Kahn from Mortal Kombat.
100%.
1 in 200 men are direct descendants of Genghis Khan. 1 in 200.
Yeah.
That's how many people.
He's horny.
That's a lot of people.
Not anymore.
He died?
Yeah. Weekend at Genghis. In 2003, a groundbreaking historical genetics paper reported results which indicated that a proportion of men in the world are direct line descendants of Genghis Khan. By direct line, it means that they carry Y chromosomes, which seem to have come down from an individual who lived approximately 1,000 years ago. As Y chromosomes are only passed from father to son, that would mean that the Y is a record of one's patrilineage.
Your what hurts?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's a bunch of great stuff about Genghis Khan that is really, really fascinating. But, man, what's that one podcast that I like?
Yeah, one that he was, most importantly, he was extremely horny.
Oh, man. Darn it. I can't remember. Anyway, I'll look it up.
Lost in Alaska?
No, there's this.
What is it called?
No, The Women of Juarez.
I like that one too.
Maxie on the Mic, where he talks about travel, food, and who knows.
Is that still on?
I don't know.
Hold on, I'm looking it up. what the hell's that guy's name? Hardcore History. Dan Carlin, Hardcore History.
Oh, George's son.
He does this podcast about Genghis Khan. It's really fascinating. It's like 9 hours long.
Yeah.
He took over the whole world because they used horses and nobody else did.
He's got an incredible invention, all kinds.
Oh, he had. I mean, you think?
It
think he had a
was
hammer?
clearly a gift from God.
So you just basically said it's approximately 1 in 200 men are descendants of Genghis Khan.
Yeah, right.
So think about
insane.
that, right? That's just a super small percentage, but in the big scheme of things, still a lot, right?
Yeah.
Panthers owner David Tepper was fined $300,000 for throwing a drink on a Jaguars fan. That's $300K. It's a lot of money for most people, right? $300,000.
Yeah, that's
the league called it unacceptable conduct during Carolina's 26-0 loss to Jacksonville. He is the second richest owner in the NFL, worth $20.6 billion.
With a B.
Dollars. So think about this for a second. $300,000 fine. Sauce, what's 1% of $20.6 billion?
Is it 2.6 million?
No. 206 million.
Wow.
206 million.
1%. 1% would be 206 million. So he got fined less than 1% of 1%. This is the equivalent for an average person. This would be like a couple dollar fine.
This is Randy Moss. Straight cash, homie.
Right.
So back to the other day when we said, when you're a billionaire and you think you can just throw drinks on people, and then just throw money at their profit. It's like, well, yeah, but they're going to maybe throw a hefty fine on you. If somebody was being a jerk and somebody came up to me and said, if we can stop time right now, you can go ahead and throw this drink at this guy's face, but it's going to cost you $2.42. I'd say, mark me down for two.
Right.
Here's the $5.
Less than 1% of 1%.
Yeah, then who cares? He'd
Exactly.
Be like, he doesn't care.
Do you want cash? How do you want this?
He will make $300,000 by the end of this sentence. And more of the Power Trip Morning Show after this on The Fan.
We walk into this restaurant, strung out on The Fan.
Good times, great oldies.
Welcome to Duel of the Decades, presented by 7th Avenue Pizza.
Hey, all right. Good afternoon, good morning, and good day. Power Trip Morning Show. Hi, Brian Oak.
Well, good morning, Chris Hockey.
How the hell was the Upper West Coast?
Oh, man. The Pacific Northwest is literally my favorite spot in the entire country and maybe in the entire world, but I'm not that widely traveled. I did, for the second year in a row, this weird indulgent thing where I took a few days to myself, literally traveled by myself with no obligations to anyone else. So if I wanted to get up at 5:30 and make a huge day out of it, I could. And if I wanted to sleep until noon, I could. And I'm going to tell you right now, those 4 days went by way too quickly, but I'll tell you this right now. Taking your family on vacation is important, right? These are memories that will last you a lifetime. But also, if you're ever in that weird headspace or you ever need a little time to think, go to your favorite spot and sit by yourself for 4 days. Don't stare too long into the void because the void does stare back into you. But man, it was glorious. It was amazing.
That's awesome, man. I love that idea. That's why I bought a van.
Yeah, I hear you have a new one.
I do. It's
new to you.
downstairs waiting on me.
Yeah, it's sitting out there. I heard about it on the way in, and I meant to look for it driving in. And, of course, I forgot 30 seconds after I heard the story.
Yeah, don't worry. I'll show it to you.
Oh,
I'll show you
dear.
the back seats.
How are the restraints? Are they more comfortable than the last van?
Very much so, yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
good.
The handle's better. Yeah.
Any kind of a headrest or anything this time?
Not for you.
No, okay, all right. Okay.
You ain't no rest for you, brother.
It'll be the back of his hand.
Today's Duel of the Decades isn't a duel, it's a
Free band.
Throw down. Oh, hell yeah.
right.
We haven't done one of these in a while.
Brought to you by our friend Shane Steinbach, who came up with this concept. The most iconic guitar riffs from the 70s versus the 80s versus the 90s.
Love it.
There are no losers here.
It's the iconic guitar riff Three band.
Three band.
Throw down.
Hi-ya!
I've not heard that before. I like
Three
that.
band.
Throw down.
Hi-ya!
We have world-class imaging on the Power Trip Morning Show.
I love imaging.
Well, that's where the budget goes, right?
That's right.
100%.
That's right.
Yeah.
Representing the 70s. Technically, Derek and the Dominoes. Eric Clapton.
Why were they called that? You know?
No idea. I know that after this, I never liked another Eric Clapton song.
That song.
This
Layla.
song, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because it's based on real life, which is it's like a Fleetwood Mac song. It's way, way, way too real.
Yeah.
This is about him stealing George Harrison's wife.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sauce, you know who's super underrated?
Hold on. What band was this again?
Dear God.
It's a pizza chain.
Derek and the Dominoes.
Oh, Domino.
Yeah, the Dominoes.
Yeah,
Representing
sorry.
the 80s. Crazy Train.
Crazy Train Wales.
Randy Rhoads. One record.
R.I.P., man.
Unbelievable record.
Come on, man.
That's super good. That's him, right?
Yeah, that's Randy. Yeah.
That's it.
Anybody here ever play rock bands on the old video games?
Oh, yeah.
Real musicians hate it because it has nothing to do with music.
it
It's all
doesn't.
about timing. But man, when you get to rock out to some of your favorite all-time jams like this, amazing.
And it introduced generations of kids to great rock and roll.
Correct.
Yep.
Yeah.
Layla versus Crazy Train versus from the 90s.
Ooh.
Smashing Pumpkins. And Today. God, that feels good. Like ripping the Band-Aid off. Layla, Crazy Train, Today. Greatest guitar riffs of the 70s, 80s, and 90s. Today we start with the lovely and talented Zach Halverson. Zach!
Yeah, I'm going to go with Today.
You're going to go with Today.
Yeah.
Look at you. We go around now to Brett.
I love Today, but it's got to be Crazy Train. Gotta be.
We go to the lovely and talented Mark Parrish.
I love Today, but I don't think it's in the argument with the other two. My God. I grew up in the 80s. The Randy Rhoads. I got to go with Randy Rhoads. I mean, it's just the legend, the man, the myth, everything about him.
Corey Cove?
Incredible.
Since I've been playing guitar since I was 16, I can say Layla is the most difficult of the three riffs. The other two are easy because I can play them both. I can't play Layla. It's pretty quick. But if we're just going on which riff do you like the most, I'm going Pumpkins.
What about you, Mate Sauce Pie Lambert?
Oh, it's Layla. It's not even close.
Wow. Holy moly.
Layla's the best.
How did I not know you were a guitar player?
Because I've never been in a band. I just played to impress myself and Mark Parrish once in a while.
He's like Leonardo da Vinci trapped in his tower. Interesting.
No, every time I play guitar, my wife goes, "That song again?"
No,
it's like, I'm just screwing around.
Yeah, well, that's why I got divorced.
Not my guitar playing.
No, yes, exactly. She's like, quit listening to Corey playing guitar, and I wouldn't.
No, so the Bridge of Stars by Hum is one of my all-time favorite bridges.
It's a brilliant song.
And it's not the easiest riff in the world.
Yeah.
So I practiced it for weeks, and I can play it now, and I was very proud of myself. But she then subsequently heard it for like 2 weeks. So at the end of it, when I finally was just ripping it, right, where it was all muscle memory, I didn't even have to look at my fingers anymore.
Yeah, just go. You're shredding.
Right, super proud that I got it. She was like, "That song again?" I'm like, well, to your point, why would you paint 90% of a painting and then go, close enough? Once you got it, you want to bask in it.
Exactly.
Oh, she did not agree. So I don't think I've played the Bridge to Stars in about
Sounds to me like you need a practice space, my good man.
I think you need a band.
I think you might not make the Christmas card.
I have.
Brilliant.
That's what
what I should do? Next year should be just a picture of me and my guitar.
Exactly.
Anyway, Oak.
Is it still up for grabs?
It is, yeah.
All right,
man.
well, here's the problem is that Today by Smashing Pumpkins is like taking a room temperature bath. This is one of the most boring songs from the 1990s.
Oh, totally disagree.
I can't stand this song.
Shreds.
Go back to their debut album, Gish, if you want to hear actual shredding. Listen, you just said it was one of the easiest songs to play ever.
Right, but Siamese Dream had a vibe like almost no other album in the 90s. And almost no other album from the Pumpkins. It just sounded so crisp and clean. That's why Cherub Rock is one of the best opening songs of any album ever.
Already a better riff. Already a better riff than this one right
Cherub
here.
Rock is their best song.
And I can't believe I'm going to say this because I really don't like him other than when he was in Cream and in Derek and the Dominoes, but I'm going Layla.
All right.
So that means it all comes down to me.
Go for it.
I guess so.
Make it happen.
This is pretty badass, but I would say I like the slide guitar solo played by one Dwayne Allman more than the main riff. I love this whole record, but come on. I'm going Crazy Train. Randy Rhoads. The point goes to the 80s. Next matchup, representing the 70s.
Oh.
He's got a couple fingers missing.
Come on now.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Just the tips.
You want to talk about easy? This is one of the first songs anyone can learn on guitar.
Again, Rock Band, baby. Get your children to play Rock Band if you want them to be into your old school. Man.
That's why I started playing guitar, honest to God, as I was playing Guitar Hero, and my brother hated playing Guitar Hero because he played guitar. He's like, if you should do this, you can play guitar. I'm like, okay. So I started playing guitar. It's not the same thing.
You
It's a
could
lot
play
harder.
this in
But
2 days if you started. If you picked up a guitar today and somebody showed you the basics, you could play this so easily.
Paul Charchian tried to get me into a game where you can plug an actual guitar into your console.
Yeah, I forget what that's called.
Rocksmith, I think?
Oh, yeah, I think
There we
that's
go.
right. Rocksmith.
Yeah.
Good call, Brett.
But I have not. I've never tried it because the last thing I need is another expensive hobby. Like, I'll bet I'd be better, much like golfers. Like, if I only spent $4,000 more on my next set of clubs, I know I'd be better. Right. Same thing with a guitar. If I only bought that brilliant original Gibson 58 Sunburst style, I know I'd be exactly right.
That's the
By the way,
70s.
do you think Ozzy came in and said, hey, I got a sweet vocal pattern for this song? And the band was like, yeah, you're singing the exact guitar riff, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Geezer Butler wrote the lyrics.
Oh.
Did he really?
Oh, yeah, man. He was the lyricist for the Black Sabbath band.
What did Ozzy do? Just sing?
Sometimes he would come up with the melody line. Sometimes,
I think he bit the head off a bat.
Yeah.
Is that real?
Yeah.
It is real.
He
thought
didn't know
someone
it
had
was.
just thrown it up there like as like a,
He thought it was
prop.
a toy. Yeah. or
Delicious bat head. Don't knock it till you try it. Have you never been to a wet market?
boom.
And Delicious Bathead is the title of the podcast.
Iron Man represents the 70s, representing the 80s.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, come on.
Yep.
Can you do this with one hand? Who else can do this with one hand?
I can't do it at all.
I can't do this song.
Not at all.
One hand.
Is this a tough song to play?
Oh, yeah.
He's doing this all on the fretboard.
Yeah.
One hand.
The Donington bit in front of like 500,000 people, man. That's badass.
Man. And representing the 90s. That would be Smells Like Teen Spirit, in case you didn't recognize it.
I don't know if I've heard it before. It's a nice amped up version.
Yeah, it is. I haven't heard this version either.
What happens when you let the guitar player set the tempo? It's the truth.
Well played,
Yeah, man, right? You can hear Dave Grohl trying to reel him in, man.
Yeah. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy.
Down. So there you go. Smells Like Teen Spirit, Thunderstruck, Iron Man. Brett, you go first.
So these are all iconic, obviously.
Yeah, right, they
so
are.
we got to go with what my favorite is, and my favorite would be what we're listening to right now. Smells Like Teen Spirit.
There you go. Marco!
This one's really easy. As iconic as songs as they are, it's Thunderstruck. I mean, my God, Angus Young. This riff alone, this has got to be.
There's no losers
with
in
one
this
hand.
Corey?
If we're voting for the difficulty of the riff, I go Thunderstruck. But that 4-chord riff for Smells Like Teen Spirit changed music forever, and it's the best song of the three, and it's not even close.
Sase?
It's Thunderstruck, and it's not even close.
My main man, Brian Oak.
Corey said everything I wanted to say about it. It's not even close. It smells like Teen Spirit.
Wow.
You guys are nuts.
I'm definitely going with Iron Man, man. Come on.
Tony Iommi. Yeah, he's got a strap on. Sauce.
He has a strap on?
He has a strap on finger.
Oh.
Yeah.
What does he use that for?
He has a strap on finger. Is that something you get from like Amsterdam or what?
When one gets
I can show you
torn
this.
off or something. He lost a finger.
He lost it into a saw.
That's it.
At work. He was working at a 10 shop.
Jerry Garcia style.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
voting for me!
I did. Exactly. It all comes down to you. What do you got?
Yeah, they got a 2-for-1 special on strap-on fingers at the Lions Den.
God, you love the Lions Den.
I'm going to go with, I put it in the open for a reason, man. Smells like Teen Spirit.
There you go. The point goes to the 90s. It smells like Teen Spirit. Wins. There you go.
Jeez, that is really
Oh my
really
God,
fast.
Dave Grohl would have had a heart attack if
listen
he'd
to it.
have played that fast the whole time.
You got to hear him when they.
He already looked like he was having a heart attack.
When they get to the part where he takes, he clicks the button, takes the fuzz off. Listen to Dave slow him down. Here it comes, right here, right there.
Yeah.
And he's like nailing the spikes
trying.
and like slow her down, buddy. Let me ask you this. You have more live experience than the rest of us combined, Chris. Do you think maybe they're like, we're going to come out ultra hard at the beginning and then we'll chill into the regular vibe of the song?
From what I know of, from reading every book about Nirvana and seeing every documentary, they never talked about anything like that.
They're like, no
just
planning, let's
played.
just go.
They just went and did it. Yeah.
Just pure
Wild.
rad.
I only saw them once, man, but they were so good. Yeah, at Roy Wilkins.
Whoa, really?
Breeders opened, and so did Shonen Knife, the Japanese all-female trio. They were one of Kurt's favorites, and he at that point had enough heft and gravitas to be able to be like, this band's coming on tour with us. They're like, yes, of course, Sir Cobain. Yes, of course they are. And they were actually a brilliant live act. Cobain pretended to be electrocuted at the end of the show, and Chris Novoselic, who's a giant of a man, picked him up and threw him over his shoulder and walked off stage with him. And it was triumphant. I'm the gigantic Nirvana fan.
So Chris always looked much taller than the other two, but how big are we talking here?
Well, I mean, not like 8'5" or anything like that. But I mean,
I think he's 6'8".
Tallish like that. Yeah, I mean, maybe not
6'7".
Somewhere in there. Yeah,
That's a huge bitch.
But
That's all he was waiting
how
on.
come I never? That's the problem with the early
Every
mornings. I
time.
never see it coming. I never see it coming.
They still get me constantly.
Oh,
We're only to our third matchup here.
here we go.
It's 1-1. 80s, 90s, the 70s ain't got a point yet. Maybe they will with.
It's the greatest song
No
in the
Stairway.
world. This has to
Denied.
Long time ago, me and my brother Kyle
Right,
here.
correct. Oh, gets it.
We were hitchhiking down a long and lonely road.
Early 90s, I tried playing this once at a Guitar Center, and they pointed to the sign and told me that I was not allowed to do that.
Abraham Lincoln.
What a great play.
Representing the 80s.
Incredible.
Yeah, this is pretty good.
Rise, I'm waiting and watching.
Oh, wow.
One by Metallica.
So I thought it was the theme song to MASH.
Yeah, oh, God. Awful.
Wait.
Whoa, Suicide is Painless is awful? Have you heard the Marilyn Manson cover?
The whole bit's terrible. That show's awful.
Oh, come on, man. Anyway, Still in Heaven, one. And then representing the 90s.
Oh, come on.
Alive, Pearl Jam. Marco Parrish, you get to go first.
Why?
This is a tough one, man.
Oh, come on. Why couldn't you give me the AC/DC one before? Oh, man, you're not talking about iconic all favorites at different stages of my life.
Yeah.
I I guess I got to go with the one. Honestly, I was going to go with the one that I grew up with in the '80s, but I guess I got to go with more than one I kind of became a man with in the '90s. Would go Pearl Jam a lot.
There you go. Corey?
I'm still not a man, and I'm voting for Pearl Jam. No, I feel the same way. Like, and I probably think the other two, quote, riffs are more iconic or better. But if this is just what song do you like the best of the three, I'm going for Pearl Jam for sure.
Saucy?
It's Stairway to Heaven.
Brian Oak?
Yeah, not close. Stairway to Heaven.
Yeah, I love all these songs, but Stairway to Heaven for sure for me, man. Not even close. Brett?
Corey, can you hit it again?
Freeze! Different song. But you're going Pearl Jam. All right, Zacho?
PJ, baby. Let's go.
PJ! There you go. The 90s, another point. It's 2 points for the 90s, 1 point for 80s, nothing for the 70s. They're trying, and they're going with this.
Another Guitar Hero song.
I'm sorry. Oak on the Water?
Thank you.
This is the real first song.
This is a day one.
You know what?
This is the song the guitar instructor starts with.
Yeah.
Let's learn this.
Yep.
But who cares? Right?
Yeah, man.
Bulls on Parade.
Damn right. Somebody had to do
starts
it.
with 2 notes.
Yeah.
And those 2 notes rock almost as hard as any song ever written. You don't have to have a complex riff.
Finding out that you are a guitar player this far into our relationship is blowing my mind. How have you not played guitar at a Power Trip morning show event up until this point?
A couple times,
Have you really?
Yeah. We played Blur Song 2 once.
Yeah.
We played Down by 311 once.
What?
You guys did the worst performance of all time,
my
remember?
email was broken.
Yeah, Common.
Yeah.
I once played the Game of Thrones riff.
Yeah.
Song did Wiener, Wiener, Wiener from South Park. And then Common told us it was the worst thing he had ever seen.
Yeah.
Well, but I mean, I'll be on with Common later today. We do Rock Talk every Wednesday. You got to take Common with more than just a grain of salt.
No.
The whole.
He was sincere. He goes, no. That was awful. And we go, yeah, we know that was, we intentionally train wrecked it. We didn't care. No. That was awful. And we
did it. It sounds very on brand.
And we looked at him and we go, Common, we know we got paid to do that. We don't care.
It was terrible on purpose. Smoke on the Water, representing the 70s. Representing the 80s.
Oh, come on.
Dire Straits, Money for Nothing.
The kids don't get the I want my MTV reference, but God, if you grew up in the 80s or 90s.
Well, and Dire Straits earned this place in the Pantheon, not only for such a great video, but I mean, Mark Knopfler, the first 2 records, those guys came out of the womb fully formed. The self-titled debut and then making movies is actually my top 10 all time. Here we go.
Romeo and Juliet.
Oh, dude.
Romeo and Juliet is, all time.
Tunnel of Love.
It got burnt into the ground.
Yeah, it did, but it's still wails.
I don't care.
It's not burnt anymore. No. You know what I mean?
Do we have an extra 15 seconds for my Mark Knopfler story?
Please.
Mark Knopfler, I never met him face to face, but did a phone interview with him. It was one of his later solo records. And so I set it up and I'm like, you've done all the things. You've topped the charts worldwide. You've sold out tours around the world. You have multi-platinum selling albums. What still motivates you to want to do this for a living? And he took a second, like a breath or two, and he's like, Brian, one day I'd like to sit down and really learn how to play this guitar. And I mean, you listen to that first record, you're like, he's already as good as it gets.
Wow.
But apparently, if you are a true artist of whatever it is you do for a living or for a passion or whatever, there's no such thing as the mountaintop.
Incredible. That's really something. What a cool question and great answer. That's really good, Matt. So Money for Nothing, Smoke on the Water, representing the 90s.
No.
Again, sorry, wrong version of it, but you get my point. Still the same riff. This is Plush by the Stone Temple Pilots.
Again, not the STP song I would pick, but this is what that dude put together. What's his name again?
Shane Steinbeck.
Yeah, Shane. Plush, that's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, they're all iconic riffs, right?
These guys had a huge moment, man.
Oh, yeah.
So,
when I was graduating
Smoke on
high
the Water.
school.
Money for Nothing, Plush. I believe you go first, Corey.
I love Sex Type Thing more than anything else STP's ever done, but
Core is by far their best record.
not even close.
I agree wholeheartedly.
Two are fantastic. Core is the best, and Sex Type Thing is
the riff on Sex Type Thing is as good as it gets. I agree with you wholeheartedly.
But I'm going Plush. It's good enough.
Sunday.
I'm going Dire Straits.
I can't go against Mark Knopfler, but like you said, that song is not the song I would pick for the best riff they've ever done. So many other classic, iconic songs, but we're going to go with, just for self-aggrandizement, and don't forget later on this summer, every Wednesday afternoon, you'll have a chance to join me from 3 to 7 for Oake on the Water. Details to be coming out shortly, but it is an iconic, and the 70s are getting kind of robbed here for how good it was. It may have been more basic and the production not quite as fantastic, but I mean, listen to this riff, man. There's nothing like it. Day one, as Corey said, day one.
That said, I'm going with Money for Nothing. What about you, Brett?
I'm going to continue the 90s voting block. I'm going STP.
You need to open it up and broaden out a little bit. Zacco!
Yeah, I'm going to go with STP.
All right, Parrish.
Again, they're all three of my favorites. Huge, ginormous STP fan. But as my wife can attest, I'm also an enormous Mark Knopfler fan. I love Knopfler, Sultans of Swing. Everything he does, I can't get enough of. So Mark Knopfler always gets my vote.
We got a tie between the 80s and 90s. The only person who didn't vote for one of those two songs was Brian Oake, so you have to choose. Oake.
Between
Plush and Money for Nothing.
Oh, Dire Straits. Not
there
close.
You go. The point
Hell
goes to the
yeah.
80s. Last matchup, here we go.
Yes.
Representing the 70s. Son of a bitch, do I love this.
Oh,
yeah.
This record, man.
Another record that changed everything.
Dude, honestly, I can tell you, I never get sick of this record. I could listen to it every day, top
Another
to bottom,
Guitar Hero
and
song.
never, ever get sick of it.
It's a different experience if you have over-ear headphones than earbuds in.
Yes.
I'm telling you, when you're at home listening to music, put your over-ear headphones on because an album like this will change everything for the rest of the day.
This song rails.
Agreed.
Son of a bitch, do I love this song.
It's good, that's why.
Somebody just kill a dog over there?
Yeah, I fell.
Boston, More Than a Feeling. Representing the 80s? Oh, come on. Son of a bitch. Right?
He's doing this on purpose to me, I think.
I'm a little more of a Mr. Brownstone guy, but I got nothing against this riff.
This riff,
This
man.
is their riff.
This was his warm-up, and Axl was like, what the hell is that?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
This is one of the 3 or 4 sounds that defined an entire decade, though.
Yeah,
like you hear this, you instantly just are back in,
You start snip dancing, you can't help it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nintendo.
And representing the 90s, but just barely.
Oh, God.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
More Than a Feeling by Boston. Sweet Child O' Mine by Guns N' Roses. Inner Sandman by Metallica. Lovely and talented me, Paul Lambert. What do you got?
Oh, man. I love all three of these.
Yeah.
But it's Boston, man. That's an iconic song. I mean, they all are, but this riff is so good. And I think it's on the original Guitar Hero.
Oake?
He kind of took the words out of my mouth. All 3 of those riffs are absolutely definitive and iconic, but Boston, man. I mean, it's not close. It's Boston. Oh, here we go. Are we going to listen to the ramp one more time?
Yeah, we have to.
Come on.
Son of a bitch.
Everybody.
Oh, that's so good.
So good.
But this song, this record changed my life. I got to go Guns N' Roses. I can't help it. This record, I remember seeing them on Headbangers Ball, going to Muncie, Indiana the next day to a place called Stonehenge and buying the cassette and listening to it on the way home and hearing the song for the first time. Because I'd never heard this. The only song I'd heard was Welcome to the Jungle. And putting this record in and listening to it top to bottom and hearing this song for the first time. I remember like I'm still 16 years old.
The Appetite for Destruction. You know I'm a vinyl collector, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm not a man of great means by any means, but sometimes you have an artifact in your hand where you're like, I may never see this again.
Yeah.
I'm buying the most expensive vinyl album I ever purchased was a copy of the original Robert. I'm going to forget his name. Smith? No, not Robert Smith. That's The Cure. Robert Williams. The original Robot Attack cover.
Yeah.
An original pressing of it came through the record shop that I used to work at, and I spent more than I made that month at that record store on that particular record.
Good for you.
Yeah, well, guess what? It's in the house, baby. So
yeah, man.
When they come in, they'll be looking for silver and jewelry. You're not going to find any of that, but you might find that $100 copy of Appetite for Destruction.
That's pretty cool, man. Representing the 90s. No, I'm sorry. I already did that.
Yeah,
so we're
did.
voting now, aren't we? So that was me. Brad, what do you got?
This was a song that I spent hours and hours and hours learning on Guitar Hero 2 until I got it on Expert. Sweet Child of Mine, it's iconic.
Zacco!
Sweet Child of Mine. I had to think about it, but yeah.
Yeah, okay.
This is too good.
Mr. Marco?
There's a reason Slash is an icon, and I have his guitar. I mean, you guys said it. He's the best guitarist on this list. This was his warm-up.
Yeah.
This is all he just warmed up to. You know, everybody else, all those other guitarists, how hard they had to work on that. That was just Slash's warm-up, for God's sakes, and it became iconic. It's always Slash.
You a big Yngwie Malmsteen guy?
Yngwie Malmsteen's incredible.
Okay.
Yes.
Right on. We'll have to have a conversation.
I love
later.
it. Yeah. No,
Corey,
I
what
love
would
my
you have voted
guitarist.
for?
Sandman by a mile.
Well, the point, though, goes to the 80s, and the win goes to the 80s.
Oh, hell yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations. Thank you, Shane. Well done.
Yeah, I
liked it.
That was a good
awesome.
one. I liked
There really
it.
were no losers on that list.
Agreed.
Free band.
Throw down.
Hi-ya!
All right, we're real late, guys.
Thanks, Oak.
Bye, Oak.
Thank you.
Love you.